Last year, we decided to make a change. Less program, more conversation. And I think listening to some of the conversation that's been going on tonight, I think we made the right choice, and it's just been a really great evening. But we do have a small program and some people to honor this evening. Tonight is really about two things. It is about recognizing the achievements of our students who excel in the work that they do and who qualify for the scholarships that are provided to them. And it is also about thanking our donors for their generosity and thanking those of you in the room who really make it possible for our students to succeed. And there really are quite a number of our students. We sometimes talk about our students as economically fragile. They respond to the economy, and many of them need the scholarships that our donors provide. So I want to start off with just a huge thank you to our donors, and please help me give everyone a round of applause. We have some notable guests in the audience this evening that I would like to briefly introduce. The governing board of Washington State University for the entire system is the Board of Regents, and we have two representatives from the Board of Regents this evening. Narek Danielian, who is our student regent, and for the very first time, a Washington State University Vancouver student was the student regent this year, and Mike Worthy, a member of the Board of Regents. Gentlemen. I would also like to introduce the president of our student body, Sky Troy. Where are you, Sky? There you are. So the way that we award scholarships on our campus is through a scholarship committee. The members who spend many, many hours every year reading through applications and making decisions about which students are going to get scholarships. And we have a number of members of the scholarship committee who are here tonight. So if you all would stand and let us recognize you. A few interesting facts. This year, over 1,000 students. Thank you. This year, over 1,000 students applied for scholarships. We awarded more than $2 million in scholarships and waivers to 600 students this year. The average award of our scholarships was $3,300, though in some ways that's kind of a meaningless number because all of our scholarships are meaningful at any level. But just so you get a sense, that was about the level at which they were awarded. A couple of things about our students that most of you already know. More than half of our students work at least part-time while they are in college. Many work full-time. 80% of our students receive some form of financial aid. Many of our students are the first in their families to go to college. And so donors are the ones who make it possible for these students to be able to go to school. And given the mission that the people in our community, many of you in this room, fought so hard for to make opportunity for the people of Southwest Washington, this work is just so important, and once again, we are so grateful. Now, I'm going to turn the podium over to Sammy Rio. Sammy is a scholarship recipient. She's a recipient of the Second Chance Scholarship. And this year, she is also our student body vice president. Sammy.
Good evening, friends and fellow Cougs. My name is Sammy Real, and I am this year's ASWCB Student Body Vice President. Thank you all for taking time to share an evening with us. I would not be standing where I am today without the help of scholarships or my home away from home, WSU Vancouver. My family has had a history of being hit hard with stacked medical emergencies, from my dad suffering a massive heart attack to him undergoing chemotherapy for massive tumors on his body, as well as economic hardships with my mom carrying the weight to make ends meet while my dad continues to recover. There are a few points in my college career where I seriously questioned, should I pursue my education? That question of would it be worth it? And the answer is yes. Why? Because my parents raised my siblings and I to dream and push ourselves for a better life than where they started from. With the help of scholarships from the Farm Bureau, as well as my institution, in the form of a second chance scholarship, I am grateful to say that I will graduate in May with my bachelor's. Because of the scholarships I was awarded, I have been able to pursue an education, as well as gain confidence to propel into my third year of leadership within student government. The Vancouver you have generously supported here today are the ones who work 2 or 3 jobs. They are the ones that are raising their children and ferrying them to and from school. They are the ones caring for their sick family members. They are pushing themselves to the limit to do more academically, as well as get involved on our campus. They are volunteers in our communities, planting trees and working in the elementaries. They are the students who come early and stay after class to ask one more question. They are the ones pestering advisors to make sure they take the best route to ensure success. They are the ones who came back to school. They believed it was time. They are the ones who cried when they received your letters informing them that they had been awarded a scholarship. The Vancouver sitting in this room today are made up of incredible men and women who are passionate about education and a dream. As students, we say thank you for sharing time with us face to face so that we can have an opportunity to hear your stories and discover your passions and pursuits. Thank you for rallying behind education, for knowing its value and wanting to plant seeds so that others may prosper. Thank you for helping us as students and human beings progress that much farther in life so that we can all pave the way together. Thank you for helping us create a legacy, a shared vision for a stronger community, one that builds together. The idea that no matter where you start in life, if you can work hard for that dream, you can make it. My success doesn't just belong to me, just as the success of others doesn't solely belong to them. It belongs to all of us. To everyone who creates a ripple, knowing or not, in the lives of others. There is power in the little things. There is power in an outstretched hand. There is power in dreaming, but most of all, power in building community. With that being said, on behalf of the Associated Students of Washington State University, Vancouver, please join me in giving a thunderous round of applause to WSUV, our donors, Vancouver students, and above all, our family and friends who supported us.
Thanks, Sammy. In addition to our scholarship donors in the room tonight, we have many of our community partners who are instrumental in the success of our students and our faculty. One of the primary groups that represents the community on the campus of WSU Vancouver is our advisory council, and we have many members of our advisory council here tonight. If you all would stand up and let us recognize you. I get an extra round of applause every time it ends from one of our guests in the front row. So, moving on. Maybe this program will go a little longer than I had anticipated. Okay, Aaron Dawson is a member of our advisory council. His firm, Opsel Dawson, has generously sponsored the Notable Alumni Award since its inception, and his firm supports scholarships for our accounting students. So please join me in welcoming Aaron to the program.
The WSU Vancouver Notable Alumni Award honors alumni who have made significant contributions to society and whose accomplishments, affiliations, careers, and/or community service reflects WSU Vancouver's legacy of excellence. The award began in 2014 with 25 notable alumni selected as part of WSU Vancouver's 25th anniversary and celebration. A little about Opsal Dawson. We're a Vancouver-based CPA firm with over 39 years of history. We employ 37 of the community's finest accountants and CPAs. Our employees are hip, hungry, and want to make a difference. Our employees, okay, let's see. So much for trying to make it entertaining. We pride ourselves on being a new age CPA firm and are committed to constant evolution. Every day we challenge ourselves to become better advisors and always foster a positive culture built on teamwork. We take pride in our community and make it a point to productively support WSU Vancouver, which has given us so much. Currently, we employ 8 WSU Vancouver grads in our organization. Speaking of WSU Vancouver graduates, let me tell you a little bit about Adam Roselli, who we are honoring this evening with the award. Adam has been selected for this award for his contributions, accomplishments, and community service. Adam earned his MBA at WSU Vancouver in 2010 after returning to his hometown of Vancouver, where he works for the Eric Fuller and Associates firm as a commercial real estate broker. Adam has made a positive mark in the business community, where he closes a transaction on average every 7 days. But it is his community service and dedication to WSU Vancouver and the community at large that resonated with the selection committee. He holds a number of community service positions, one of which is a mentor for WSU Vancouver's MAP program. And I must say, what I've heard is he's an amazing golfer. People talk about your short game, and then they say, too bad it's off the tee. If I can now ask my partner in business, Matt Lee, to escort Adam up here for this award.
Vancouver, to Matt, Aaron, and the Opsal Dawson team for your support of this award and all you guys do here in the community. And perhaps most of all, thank you to my family, my friends, my coworkers, supporting me here on this endeavor and on a daily basis. I couldn't have been successful without the support of my father and business partner Byron, who's there at that table as well. He pushed education and community service just about as much as any parent possibly could while having their child still listen. Also, thank you to my wife Rachel, mother of my 2 beautiful children, who's often left picking up my slack while I'm out goofing off attending board meetings or various community events, or golfing. And then to you students out there, perhaps the most influential person to present at my Rotary, he said, when you make it to the top, be sure you send the elevator down for the next person. You are all here, undoubtedly, because of your skill, your success, and your determination. You are also likely here because of support from maybe your parents, or a relative, a mentor, your peers, the donors sitting next to you, perhaps even a little luck. You are on your way to getting education that will undoubtedly help you reach your way all the way to the top. Regardless, someone somewhere has sent that elevator down for you. And with that piece of paper, once you earn it, over your lifetime, you will earn 84% more than your peers without a college education. As a college graduate today, you're experiencing a 2.5% unemployment rate versus 4.8% for the general population. During the Great Recession, the unemployment rate peaked above 10%, but for graduates of college, it never hit 5%. Since the recovery began, some 8.4 million new jobs have been created for those with a college degree versus 80,000 for those without. That's 99% of all new jobs since we've started the recovery require a college degree or higher. Furthermore, you will pay less for insurance, you will live longer, you'll be less stressed, more satisfied with life, and should you choose to have kids, or if you do have kids, they'll be more likely to get college degrees, which will help them earn more, have more job security, live longer, be healthier, be happier. So you're on your way. So what are you going to do with it? Again, as the donors sitting next to you have done for you, don't forget to send that elevator down for the next person. Whether you settle here in Vancouver, elsewhere in the US, or at a distant place somewhere around the world, make a difference. Get involved. You may do as your sponsor did and support a future graduate. Perhaps you have interest in helping at a school as a mentor to a young student, or maybe as a mentor in our very own MAP program here at WSU Vancouver. Maybe animals are your passion, and you want to devote time and resources to the local humane society or a shelter. Perhaps it's the hungry, or the homeless, or the arts, or the environment, or veterans, or parks, maybe even politics. Because if it isn't you, then who will it be? By earning these scholarships, you have shown that you are some of the best of what our community can produce. And perhaps now more than ever, we need you to step up and lead. Make a difference. And as the great Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in our community. And don't forget to send the elevator back down for that next person when you make your way to the top. Thank you, guys.
Let's give Adam one more round of applause, please. And good evening, I'm Jennifer Meltenberger. I'm the Director of Development and Alumni Relations. And it is a pleasure to see so many of you with us this evening as we celebrate our student scholarship recipients, our scholarship donors, and as we recognize truly one of our very best from the class of 2010. And as I look around the room this evening, I see so many individuals and organizations who have come together to provide countless partnerships with WSU Vancouver that have benefited our students, our faculty and staff, and the communities in which our students and alumni reside. We are so lucky to have the partners where we are working together. We are working together, creating the next generation of new discoveries. We're working together to create the next generation of community leaders. And we're working together for the next generation of Vancouves. So getting to know our community partners is one of the best parts of my job. It is very rewarding. And over the past few years, we have gotten to know one of our partners fairly well. And although he is not a graduate of Washington State, what we have found is a person who exhibits the genuine loyalty and affection for Washington State University, just as we see in our alumni.
This person is someone who not only invests in students, but is a huge advocate for Cougs and for WSU Vancouver. This person has helped mentor students through the MAP program, has sponsored various events and activities across the campus, and has opened his doors to many loyal Coug fans who come together each weekend during football season to cheer on the Cougs. This person wears crimson and gray as though he were an alumnus of Washington State University, Vancouver. He understands and appreciates the special allegiance known as Cougar Spirit. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage with a huge Cougar applause, the newest member of the WSU Cougar family, Mr. Russell Brent with Mill Creek Pub. We will have our Chancellor present Russell with an official adopted Coug certificate.